Peace, family. Hotep. I'm out here today. Mama Asha here, coming to you from Dark Matters, where everything dark matters. I'm out here today in the garden, and being outdoors is one of my favorite places to be. So I thought, what a better way to talk to y'all uh, about agriculture, gardening, uh, recapturing some control of your own personal food supply. What better way to do all of that than to actually be here? So I got some corn here in the background and some tomatoes, and as I look around, I'm just so grateful to be able to be outside, strengthening my root chakra and working with my hands to produce for our family. I'm really grateful for that. And I just want to pose a question to you. Who is in control of your food supply? Uh, Many of us really do know the answer to that, and many of us are not in control of our own food supply. I'm not 100% in control of my personal food supply and the food supply of my family. I am attempting to reclaim and relinquish control by growing my own food. When I grow my own food, I know what's in the soil. I know what kind of water I use to water it. I know what type of fertilizer I use, what type of farming practices I use to be able to produce and a healthy end result and product to sustain my family. And that's really important to me as a mother and as a wife, being able to not just prepare healthy meals, but to grow ingredients to prepare healthy meals. And that begins here at home. We can do this. You can grow your own food. Even if you just start with something small. I began growing my own food with just herbs. Just basil actually was my very first herb that I began to grow. And it made me feel good to know that I can make fresh pesto. Because pesto at the grocery store in a jar just does not taste the same. And so when you take the opportunity to come outside, get in the fresh air, enjoy the sun, become one with nature, get your hands dirty a little bit, it's liberating. It's a really refreshing and free feeling to begin to make every effort possible to reclaim what rightfully belongs to us, which is the earth, our food supply, even your water supply, water purification. We use shungite for water purification here at the house, and we'll talk more about that in upcoming videos. For fertilizer, we use chicken manure, earthworm castings. We also do crop rotation. We do complementary planting, because plants feed off of each other. I got my corn growing here in the background, and corn and sunflowers go really good together because they feed each other. And so that's one of our methods as well. And so does watermelon. Watermelon and sunflowers grow really well together. And after tomatoes, I like to plant legumes. And so what I'll do in the future is just break each one of those topics down in terms of companion planting, and we'll focus in on which plants you should plant together. Natural pesticides. Also, I use neem oil, and we'll do a video dedicated just to natural pesticides. How do I get rid of mosquitoes? Just becoming more of a homesteader in your own backyard. Even if you have a small backyard, you can use raised beds, like the one right here behind me is a raised bed. I have one raised bed right here, have another smaller raised bed. So you can work with what you have, even on your front porch. I got some tomatoes hanging from the front porch, so there's so many different methods and options and things that you can do. I just wanted to drop that seed in your ear and say, think about it. Just think about it for a minute. Do we want big businesses and corporations to continue to have sole control over our food supply? Do we want to be able to grow, nurture, and harvest our own. How about your water supply? What happens when that's contaminated? Do you have a water reservoir? Okay, so these are some things that we really need to look at in terms of agriculture, in terms of the environment. What's happening to the environment and how is that affecting our agriculture? How is that affecting bees? Don't forget husbandry. Beekeeping is essential. Pollination of our gardens is essential. So we'll dig deeper into that in more videos. And if you have a topic that you really like, that you really want to hear about as it pertains to agricultural, put it right down here below, and we'll discuss that together. Thanks for tuning in to Dark Matters, where everything dark matters.